As someone who is genuinely terrified of horror games, I thought it would be a fun idea to play through Poppy Playtime. With 3 games to complete, sadly only chapters 2 and 3 actually have a platinum trophy. Which is fair enough because chapter 1 only has 6 trophies to collect and takes about an hour. As long as you don't get scared and try to hide in corners like me. Chapter 1 begins with an advertisement about Poppy, the most lifelike doll ever created. We are also introduced to the Playtime Co. toy factory.
Come visit the factory.
Playing as a former employee of the toy factory, we receive an ominous note. So heading to the factory to see what's going on, there is definitely no employees anywhere to be seen. I find a videotape on the counter, the first of 5 we need to collect for a trophy. The video warns us we are trespassing, and that serious security measures are in place. Figuring out what to do next, I find a door locked by a security panel. Needing to find the correct colour combination, I tried to just guess it at first, but that was never going to work. I eventually find this coloured train, which turns out to be the code. Inside this room, I find another video. This video explains to us about the grab pack system. Shootable hands we use to grab items, solve puzzles, and help get around the factory. However, one of the hands is missing, so one hand will do for now. Using the blue hand, we bypass the security door and head into the factory. On the other side of the door is a huge statue of one of Playtime's most popular toys, Huggy Wuggy. We slap a button on the Huggy Wuggy sign to play its theme song. And after listening to the full song, I unlock my first trophy. Needing to figure out how to unlock all the doors in this room, I hear some keys start to jingle. Trying to locate the source, I notice a large key in Huggy Wuggy's hand. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there before. So seriously on edge now, I grab the key and open the locked door. Through here we must divert some electricity to get the power back up and running. After successfully restoring power, I head back out to the main room. And of course, Huggy Wuggy is now gone. Great. Heading through the next door, I catch a glimpse of Huggy's arm. Any sane person would have fled this building by now, but I must figure out what happened to all these missing people. So I hesitantly push forward, while crapping my pants. While powering up this machine, it's in this room I find the next videotape. The machine then brings me out the other hand to go on my grab pack. And I unlock the Use Responsibly trophy. Now fully armed, I use the hands to exit the area. I solve another electrical puzzle, which takes me through to the toy assembly room. Grabbing a hidden videotape, I now must figure out how to build myself a new toy friend to take home with me. But once again, power isn't working. Heading upstairs and solving the puzzle to reroute the power. The machine is up and running and I start to assemble my new toy. Waiting patiently for a while, I finally get my toy and unlock the Made a Friend trophy. Placing my toy in the scanner, which allows me to leave the factory, I start to make my way out. Then, it finally happens. Huggy Wuggy comes out of nowhere to try and eat me. Needing to run, I panic and run straight past the escape route. Trying to hide in a corner, I get eaten a couple of times before I finally figure out where the exit is. Escaping through the conveyor belts, not letting me escape so easily, it's a bit of a maze, with Huggy cutting me off constantly. But I get to the other side, where I rip down a box, causing the platform to collapse and Huggy Wuggy to fall to his death, earning the Narrow Escape trophy. With Huggy defeated, I am safe for now. As I continue along the platform, I find the last of the 5 videotapes and play it to unlock the Avid Listener trophy.
Final log.
This video tells us about an experiment called the Prototype, who seems to have gone missing.
Though still missing, today's events are no doubt in relation to him.
With the video over, I spot a nearby door. Clearly I shouldn't go through it, but there's no way back now, so it's my only option. Walking through what seems to be a creepy house, until I find Poppy. earning the Time to Play trophy and successfully completing Chapter 1. Chapter 2 immediately picks up where we left off. However, this chapter is twice as long as the first, and has 33 trophies now, including the Platinum. Once again, we begin with an advertisement, this time for Mummy Longlegs, another one of Playtime Co.'s most popular toys, which to be fair is incredibly creepy already. Back in the room where we found Poppy, she is now gone, so trying to find her, I have to go through some sort of office, where I find the first of 7 videotapes in Chapter 2, and also the first of 7 collectible lore papers. Continuing through here, I find Poppy.
Sorry.
Thankfully, she is very friendly.
I was just trying to get the power back on.
Poppy tells us of a train station nearby we can use to escape.
Needs a Coke, and I have it.
She hurries me along, but ignoring her for a bit, I unlock the Bad Listener trophy for making Poppy sad. Eventually following Poppy out of the area, I catch up to her, but she gets captured by Mummy Longlegs.
I'm going to need you to trust me.
Jumping down the hole to try and save her, I need to reroute some more power to open another door, before getting cut off by Mummy Longlegs. She steals my hand, so I smack her in the face for revenge and unlock the Talk to the Hand trophy. Mummy then gives me an offer. If we complete 3 of her games, she'll give us all 3 codes needed to operate the train out of here.
You're going to have so much fun.
Then I get the Dismembered trophy for losing my red hand. Heading through to the train station, I can play the first of Mummy's 3 games, Musical Memory. The path is blocked off though, so I take a detour conveniently through a replacement hand building workshop. A fancy new green hand which can hold electrical charges to help power certain things. Troubleshooting the machine, I build my shiny new hand, earning the trophy Taking Charge. Using my new ability to make my way to the Musical Memory game. The rules are pretty simple. Slap the buttons in the correct order, otherwise a giant bunny will come down and clap my head in.
When you input a pattern incorrectly,
The game starts off incredibly easy, getting increasingly harder with each round. Mummy then starts throwing some absolute curveballs into the mix. But I pass with flying colours. Mummy then goes completely rogue and just throws everything at us. Luckily there is an emergency deactivate button, and we beat the game, unlocking the Musical Memory trophy. Mummy rewards us with the first code and we head out to play the second game. The next game is Wacka Wuggy, needing to smack dozens of Huggy Wuggies as they creep out of these holes and try to eat me. Definitely not an appropriate game for kids. Normally you can use your torch for this game, but if we complete it in the dark, we also unlock the Shot in the Dark trophy. Mummy rewards us with the second train code, and now it's time for the final game. Scaling up a broken staircase, I find a trophy lying here, and grabbing it unlocks the first of 9 collectible trophies. And just after this, at the top of the stairs, is the Candy Cat cardboard cutout. Pushing the button to feed Candy Cat until we get the Sugar Rush trophy.
Okay, no more candy. My job. Nom, nom,
I stumble into a maze of locked gates, using my green hand to unlock a path out of here. I grab another videotape. Once free, the final game is Statues. I must get from one side of an obstacle course to the other while this creepy ass dog thing is chasing me. And to make it harder, I'm only allowed to move when the lights are turned off. Otherwise, it's insta-death. I make it to the end, but get caught at the same time, so the Statues trophy pops. Making it again, I've successfully beaten all 3 of Mummy's games. However, Mummy thinks I've cheated, and now wants to kill me. So running for my life, I managed to escape for now. Arriving in some sort of water treatment room, where I must position some rotating platforms to be able to grab a toy needed for my escape. And the Barry Cart Trophy. Using the toy to exit, during my escape, Mummy cuts me off.
I asked you to play fair.
And she is not happy, offering up one final game. Mummy starts to count down, and if we wait here instead of running away to hide, we unlock the Bad Hiding Spot trophy. This time, running as fast as I can, Mummy cuts me off again. Finding a safe place to hide out while Mummy lurks around. I make sure to hang here for at least 30 seconds to unlock the Is She Gone Yet trophy. With Mummy gone for now, I'm starting to become uncomfortable with how much I'm saying the word Mummy. I find a furnace and burn myself alive in it for the You're Fired trophy. Repairing the furnace, I continue my escape. Trying to leave yet again, Mummy begins her final chase, which is terrifying. Eventually getting cornered, I end the chase by waiting in the right spot and activating this machine, which catches Mummy and grinds her up. But once she's dead, the prototype's hand comes out and grabs her body. And I unlock the trophy for defeating Mummy Longlegs. Heading back to the train, I find Poppy stuck in a web with the final train code. Poppy agrees it's time to get out of here, and I jump on the train, enter the codes, and go as fast as I can. With freedom finally in my sights, Poppy starts getting a little weird on me.
You are perfect. Too perfect to lose.
She decides that she doesn't want me to leave. She wants me to stay behind and help set things right.
I've never met anyone like you.
So trying to pull the brakes on the train, we derail. And this is where Chapter 2 ends. But I still have 16 more trophies to collect, and to gather them all, I'll need to complete a couple more playthroughs. One of the trophies is for completing a no-death run, and another for speedrunning the game in under 45 minutes. So after smashing out the speedrun trophy, I decided to try and clean up most of the remaining trophies while also doing my no-death run. During this, I collect all the trophies. I complete the musical memory game without any mistakes for the Memory Master trophy. Finding the Huggy Wuggy cardboard cutout, I get the Sweet Revenge trophy for knocking it over. Listening to all of Bron the Dinosaur's jokes, we get the Scariest Dinosaur trophy. Once reaching the water treatment section, we must complete it in 8 moves for the Abridged trophy. And collect all 7 lore papers lying around the game for the Avid Reader trophy.
Did you kill her?
And then finishing this playthrough, I finally get the Undefeated trophy for completing the game without dying. However, after all this, there was one trophy I missed. The Avid Listener trophy for listening to all videotapes in a single playthrough. I finally get the Platinum trophy for Chapter 2.
Log code 08502.
Now it's time to move on to Chapter 3, the biggest, longest, and scariest chapter yet, with 32 trophies to collect and taking twice as long as Chapter 2. Watching a brief news report about the Playtime Co. Smiling Critters.
Series cartoon meant to celebrate the release of the toys sharing its name.
We learn about catnap.
Your children are not safe with catnap.
Picking up immediately after the train crash, catnap drags us away, throwing us into a trash compactor. The room starts to close in, and trying to find a way out of here, I immediately get crushed for the Tight Squeeze trophy. Escaping the trash compactor and making my way out of wherever I am, I come across a room with the first of 12 videotapes in Chapter 3, diving into the lore of catnap.
Catnap had the red smoke in the room. Then suddenly, there was this scream.
Continuing to find my way out of here, I hear a nearby phone ringing. Some kid is on the other end and offers to help.
You look kind of lost. I don't want you to die, so I'm gonna help you.
I make it back out to where the train derailed, but Poppy is nowhere to be found.
I know you're probably mad at Poppy for
The mystery phone boy then gives me a little bit of a rundown.
Kira's straight ahead. It's the home of catnap.
After learning a few of the game's new mechanics, I jump into a nearby cable car. Another video starts to play from the creator of Playtime Co. It's an old ad announcing the new Playcare orphanage. Arriving at the Playcare Dome, I unlock the Welcome to Playcare trophy. Ollie gives me another rundown,
Take the stairs that go under it. There's a really cool room in there that powers literally all of Playcare.
before giving me a key and sending me to the gas production zone.
Welcome to the gas production zone.
We need to find a way to divert the red gas from the right tube over to the left, which will apparently make catnap vulnerable. It is here we find a brand new purple hand for us to use, which also unlocks the well-armed trophy. I can use the purple hand on these designated platforms to launch myself into the air, being able to switch between the two hands depending on what ability I need. So using my new hand to get around the rundown facility, I reroute the power to the big gas machine and start transferring the gas across to the left chamber. But someone cuts off all the power halfway through. So our new goal is to get the power back up and running by going through all the surrounding buildings and rerouting the backup power to the gas factory. The giant dome is now very dark and very scary. Ollie gives me another key and I head over to the first building I need to complete, Home Sweet Home. A creepy ass house where all the orphan kids used to live. Then I get smacked in the face by the red gas. I walk through what seems like an endless maze of dark hallways. And at the end of each hallway is a radio, where we can listen to a little bit more of the lore about what is going on around here.
Boy has been found on the estate of the late Elliot Ludwig.
I eventually hear another phone ringing, and answering it makes my skin crawl.
You need to run.
My heart is once again racing as I continue through the hallways. I finally find the way out, which leads me into an old bedroom, with another videotape waiting for me to play. Welcoming new employees to Playtime.
And welcome to your first day.
It then starts to get a little bit weird.
Should you come back years later, your conscience finally getting the better of you.
I get locked onto the screen. No matter how hard I try, I cannot look away.
That's theirs now.
Just when I don't think things can get any worse, Huggy Wuggy comes out of the screen to eat me. I'm in a complete panic right now, and I get eaten. Thankfully, that is supposed to happen, and I get the Bad Dream trophy. Turns out we were just having a nightmare due to the red mist we walked into at the start. So safe for now, I must find the backup power. This house is confusing as hell, but thankfully I find a gas mask so we don't fall victim to the red mist again. While running around the orphanage, I accidentally stumble upon another one of the toys, Kissy Missy, and finding her unlocks the Memory Lane trophy. Thankfully, she's distracted by something, so I slip out quietly. Plenty of puzzle solving later, I find the backup generator and get the power up and running. Exiting Home Sweet Home, I get surprise attacked by Kissy Missy. But before she can eat me, Poppy jumps to my rescue.
They didn't do anything wrong.
Teaming up with Poppy and Kissy,
The train crash hurt us both.
we get the dome lights back on, which makes things a lot less scary. Connecting Home Sweet Home's backup power to the main generator,
Awesome.
Ollie then sends me into the school. Apparently Catnap doesn't go in there, so it should be safe.
Hey, make this quick.
But upon entering the school, we quickly find out it's not.
There's someone else in there too. They're not your...
Someone called Mr. Light is in here, and apparently she recognizes me.
I recognize you. Yes, I remember.
She seems friendly at first.
Co-workers. Catnap wouldn't like that you're here. You should leave. For your own safety.
But when we refuse to leave, she gets angry.
I wonder if your screams will sound like theirs too. I look forward to finding out.
Continuing through the school, I find the generator and power it on. But as soon as I do, Mr. Light comes out to surprise me. Now it's time to run. After the initial panic, I realise that she doesn't chase me if I'm looking at her. So as long as I stay calm, I should be able to escape. I reach the final room, which is tricky to navigate. Strategically positioning Mr. Light around the room, while I reroute power to the main door. Once through, Mr. Light stops toying with me and tries to go in for the kill. Quickly shutting the door behind me, Mr. Light gets crushed. And I get the Class Dismissed trophy for killing her. With the school complete, it's time to head back out to the dome. And on the way out, I find another attachment for my grab pack, a flare gun. Also grabbing another videotape, I go through some sort of cave, where I spot Catnap worshipping some sort of statue. On the other side of the cave, I must go through a place called the Playhouse, apparently the most dangerous section in here. While going through the Playhouse, I keep getting ambushed by these little critters trying to eat me. So fending them off with my flare gun, I get the Exterminator trophy for shooting a flare at every smiling critter variant. Before reaching an area where it seems like I'm safe for now. In here I find the last of the smiling critters, Dog Day, chained up and half eaten, but somehow still alive. Dog Day explains some of what is happening around here.
This and this madness, the torments. Oh no, Mother, no!
All the little critters then come out and possess Dog Day.
Just go! Run!
And once again, it's time to run for my life. Trying to maneuver through tight tunnels while avoiding more little critters. I eventually escape the Playhouse and unlock the last of the Smiling Critters trophy for escaping Dog Day. Ollie then decides to check in.
Alright? No ouchies or lost body parts?
He tells me a little bit more about this prototype that everyone is so scared of.
The prototype is a superhero and has saved this place. So Catnap treats him like a god, killing everyone that opposes him.
Now there is only one more place to go and restore power, the Councillor's office. The Councillor's office is just one big puzzle to solve. And to make matters worse, Catnap is sneaking around in here toying with me. I watch in horror as Catnap attacks an innocent little toy, which unlocks the Predation trophy. Completing a bunch of rooms, I make it to the end when out of nowhere, I absolutely crap myself. Catnap knocks the gas mask off my face and I start having more nightmares.
This isn't a place you come back from.
Visions of Poppy explaining to us why we have to take down Catnap.
Do you see why we have to end this?
Once the dream ends, I get the Remember trophy. Waking up in the office, Catnap warns me to leave or he is going to kill me. So without hesitation, I sprint out of the office, where Catnap has killed the lights again. Rerouting the power from the council office. I also have to reroute power from the Sky Dome. Now we should have enough power to the gas production center.
That should be enough power.
Ollie gives me a blue battery so I can power the machine and finally divert the red gas. But as I'm about to plug it in, Catnap reappears. this time going for the kill. I escape into a nearby elevator, which takes me up to an old panic room. Poppy gives me the rundown on how to survive in here.
Good. Okay.
And we face an onslaught of catnaps. However, since we are affected by the red gas, some of them are only hallucinations. So using the flare gun to spot the fakes, and activating hot steam to repel the real one. I need to survive long enough to charge up 4 batteries. Making sure to be wary of this little hatch in the roof. Feeling confident, I decided to go for the eco-friendly trophy, which requires me to fight Catnap without using any of the battery-powered steam walls. Once all batteries are fully charged, I grab the charge with my green hand and use it to fry Catnap before he can eat me. With Catnap on the brink of death, the prototype's hand comes in and Catnap surrenders himself. The prototype takes his body away. Unlocking the Nightmare Ends trophy. And we're now free to go down and restore power to the gas production zone. And on the way out, I find the final videotape. This video tells us a little bit more about the prototype.
Stubborn as he is, and always silent with each passing session.
Ollie congratulates me for defeating Catnap,
You must feel pretty good.
and after we've transferred all the gas to the left side, I regroup with Poppy, where she shows me a video about what happened to all the other employees. Watching as the toys wipe them all out. Apparently they've been stashing the bodies underground and eating them to stay alive. So it's now time to take down the prototype once and for all.
Prototype has to die for this.
Kissy starts to lower us down,
All right.
but something goes wrong.
What's she doing? This is
Someone attacks Kissy Missy, but before we can go help her, we get trapped, unlocking Delving Deeper for completing the game. So now it's time to clean up the remaining 19 trophies for Chapter 3. Back at the start of the game, after jumping off the cable car, just wait here until he gets mad,
Under the statue.
to unlock the Hurry Up trophy. And straight after this, if we go behind the counsellor's office, we can find a Catnap doll playing some music. Listening to the song, I get the Sleep Well trophy. Once I get the purple bouncy hand, I must bounce myself in the air for 30 seconds to get the airtime trophy. Now heading back to Home Sweet Home, first and foremost, when navigating through the creepy hallways, we must make it to the end without any wrong turns to unlock Expert Navigator. When sending these toy cars to destroy blockages, I must ride one to unlock the Speed Demon trophy. Removing Bobby Bearhug's battery without being spotted for the Sneak Attack trophy. And when I get to any one of these hand launches, I must smack myself 5 times to unlock Stop Hitting Yourself. After exiting Home Sweet Home, when we regroup with Kissy and Poppy, as they leave up the elevator, Kissy will wave goodbye. High five her to get the Bye Kissy trophy.
First, go back.
Now inside the school, I must find all 6 collectible notes to get the Studious trophy. And after this, I need to speed run the Mr. Light chase in under 2 minutes. And while attempting this speed run, I also get the Thrill Seeker trophy for experiencing every jump scare in the game. Back in the player house, once I reach the pool area, I head through this side gate which leads to Catnap's secret lair. And just like the previous 2 chapters, I must find and play every videotape to unlock the Avid Listener trophy. Just before the final showdown with Catnap, instead of getting into the elevator, run around in this room for at least a minute to unlock the Can't Catch Me trophy. And spread around the map are 8 cardboard cutouts of the smiling critters.
Hey, I'm Chicken.
I need to press all the buttons until I hear them scream to get the Screaming Critters trophy. And now we're down to the final 2 trophies. Again, I need to complete a no death run, and also complete the game using my grab pack less than 200 times. And once completing both of these, I finally get the Deep Sleep Platinum Trophy for Chapter 3. And with that, I've unlocked all 71 trophies across Chapters 1, 2 and 3 of Poppy Playtime. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and let me know down in the comments below which games you'd like to see me platinum next.